Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Muhammad Aziz bin Harif. Matrix number 2024-663034, and my supervisor is Dr. Tay. The title for my final year project is Assessment of Indoor Air Quality and its Health Risk of Occupant in Office. Now we are moving to the background. IAQ is an important aspect of the built environment, as people spend approximately 90% of their times indoors, especially office workers. Poor IAQ has been associated with temporary and permanent health issues. Indoor air pollutants are classified into three categories, which is physical, chemical, and biological parameters. Physical parameters are influenced by the ventilation efficiency and building design. Meanwhile, chemical parameters are generated from human respiration, office equipment, cleaning products, and building material emissions. For biological parameters, they are associated with damp conditions, poor HVAC or MVAC maintenance, and also inadequate ventilations. Health effects are the primary concern associated with poor IAQ. HRA calculates both carcinogenic and non-carcinogenic risks to evaluate potential health risks associated with indoor air pollutants. HRA is important for identifying and evaluating IAQ-related health hazards to enhance occupants' health, comfort, and well-being. Moving to the research objective. The aim of this study is to evaluate IAQ and its health risks to occupants in the Multimax Sales and Services Sdn Bhd office. The first objective is to investigate the indoor air quality based on the physical, chemical, and biological parameters at the office. The second objective is to determine the health symptoms of occupants in relation to environmental factors. The third and the last objective is to evaluate the health risk assessment of occupants during working hours. Now moving to the methodology. The first step is the preparations, where the location of study will be determined. Approval letter will be obtained from my location of studies, and active clearance will be obtained from FSG UiTM Shah Alam. Then, the determination of sampling point, where total floor area will be measured, the floor plan, the workstation, and the setup of air conditioning system will be analyzed before determining the sampling point. The sampling point and the number of sampling points will be selected according to the ICOP IAQ 2010 Appendix 4. The next step is complaint survey and procedure, where a complaint procedure will be requested from the company, and then a complaint survey based on ICOP IAQ 2010 Appendix 2 will be distributed. Then I will begin the IAQ assessment. First is by the walkthrough inspection. It will be conducted based on the checklist outlined in Appendix 3A of ICOP IAQ 2010. A questionnaire survey based on ICOP IAQ 2010 Appendix 3B will be distributed to the occupants. And then I will begin the IAQ monitoring, where I will monitor physical parameters, which is air temperatures, relative humidity, and air movement. Chemical parameters including carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, formaldehyde, ozone, particulate matter, and TVOX. And lastly, the biological parameters, which is total bacteria count and total fungal count. And the last step will be conducting health risk assessment. HRA will be evaluated based on chemical parameters that exceed the permissible limit established under the ICOP IAQ 2010. This evaluation will be categorized into carcinogenic and non-carcinogenic risks. Lastly is the significance of studies. These studies contributed to the scientific knowledge of IAQ, where the information collected on high occupancy that affects IAQ and the occupant's health will increase understanding and awareness of IAQ in the workplace. It also can provide a foundation for further research. Also, the data collected contributed to the development of IAQ database for office environments. This database can support decision-making, identification of high-risk areas, implementation of corrective measures, and monitoring of long IAQ trends. That's it from me. Thank you for listening.